To showtime, and we are live.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Okay, well, welcome back for another episode of Lit Bitches. I'm really excited about today. I'm Amanda Ross, and I am joined by my lovely ladies, Kyla and Katrina. Everybody.
Hey girls.
The bitches are back. That's what this episode is called. And so that's,
And
I'm
they're
just gonna
thrilled
be
to be
saying it.
back.
Yes. So, how we doing? What's going on, ladies?
I can go first.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. For me, I know on my Instagram I announced that I'm kind of on a semi hiatus right now. That's because the past 2 months have been a bit rough for me, so I'm taking
Mhm.
things easy and just trying to focus on the things that matter the most, particularly just like work and my writing, and
Mhm.
that's it. So that's what's going on with me right now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I felt that. I've been pretty busy. I'm so close to finishing the first draft of Heavy is the Head Kingdom Come. So I'm very
Yay!
excited for that. I am on chapter, what is it, 56? I'm trying to get to 60, so I'm almost there. I'm trying to do it by the first. So I have 2 days. I think I can do it. I'm gonna get it done. Um, Yeah, no, that's really what I've been working on. Just been trying to like put the pedal to the metal because this has to get done. I want to publish it this year. I want to start getting, doing the cover reveals and all that good stuff. So I'm
Ooh.
excited. How
So
about you guys?
do you have a cover or
Yes,
like you already have a cover?
the cover is done.
Oh my god, I am excited. Like,
I can't wait.
the first cover is gorgeous, so I could imagine the second.
Right. Can you
Luckily, I
give us
got
a
the
little?
same artist. She's like
Ooh.
amazing. So I was like, "Girl, I need you to make me another cover," and she did her thing on this one. I can't wait to show you guys.
So do we get a? Yeah, I was gonna say, do we get a sneak peek, or are we gonna share with the class soon, or?
Look, I'm gonna try to share it with the class. I mean, I'm still like trying to put it together in my head. Once I finish the first draft, then I'll be like, all right, I can do a cover review now. And then like get people pumped and start sharing different things. But it's coming, it's coming.
Oh wow. Yeah, I can't wait. I loved your first book, and I'm really excited. So
Thank you. But how
yes.
about you?
Oh, I'm trucking along as I. Oh God, that was so white. Trucking along.
No.
I'm hanging in there as I always am. My plate is always usually pretty full,
Yeah.
and now's not the exception. But I will say that I have actually started uh, staggering the things that I want to work on, so that I'm not trying to do everything in all at once, all in 1 week, all in a month. It's no secret, and I've talked about this before, that I want to try to see about getting To a Stair with Love optioned or turned into a movie or book or something. And
Yes.
initially I thought, oh, I need to do that now, ASAP, surely. But then I thought, don't I have a whole book to do rewrites on, plus a short story, plus the third book in that series to actually write? Let
You
me get my
gotta
priorities
pace
together.
yourself. That's all.
Right.
Just pace yourself.
Right. So I decided just that's going to be a summer project.
Hmm.
After I finish
Okay.
the drafting the third book, I will kind of, when I'm in a hiatus mode, I'll start focusing on that and pouring my energy into that. Um, so it's nice to be able to have something like that to look forward to. But I'm looking forward to these edits and these rewrites on In the House of Transcendence. I have the cover. Good morning, KJ. How you doing?
Mm,
I have the cover uh, almost completely done. I shared it with y'all,
Yes.
and I
and
can't
it
wait to
is
share it with
stunning.
everybody else. So that's where I'm at.
It's amazing. Y'all can't wait to see it too.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a smile every time I see it. It's so different from the covers from the series, but it's good because I wanted it to be different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It does
just
this thing,
happy.
girl. It does this thing. I can't wait till you drop it.
And I'm just happy to be here with you ladies. I missed you. I missed this, but we're back. And now we're gonna move into our first topic. Katrina, why don't you take this one? You were the one that found the article about this, so do you wanna start us off?
Yes. So it came across my phone, which I was surprised because I turned off all my notifications because I just be like, I cannot be bothered. But it was like Mindy Kaling is at she's looking for more diversity in fiction, and I believe she's teaming up with Amazon. And she's starting her own publishing house to help like BIPOC authors kind of
Hmm.
like get not just BIPOC but just like people of color, disabled, LGBTQ, just get more diverse voices in fiction. So I was really excited because I love Mindy Kaling. I love the Mindy Project. I loved her in the office. I love like all her stuff. I haven't seen her new things though on Netflix and on HBO Max, The Sex Life of College Girls. I have to watch
Oh
that.
right.
But yeah, no, so it made me think about who would I want to pick up my work, when the time came. Hopefully the time will come one day. And maybe I would the guys will open up the clouds and I would get to choose.
Hmm.
But I wanted to pose that question to you guys. Like, who would you want to pick up your work? Like in a perfect world, you like, yeah, I want this person to pick up To a Stir with Love or Land of the Gods, XYZ. So let me hear what y'all got to say on it.
Well, when you say pick up your work, do you mean pick it up and traditionally publish it, or you mean like option it for a movie or a TV show?
Both. No, no,
Okay.
no, no, no. I think I meant the TV movie realm. So who would you want to pick it
Okay.
up?
Hmm. Well, for To a Stare with Love, I definitely need it to be like a black creator. I don't want it to be a white creator trying to tell the story.
Right.
I did see the panel at Virtuous Con, and Prentice Penny, who's the showrunner for Insecure, was talking, and I really liked his vibe and thought, okay, well, he's already been a showrunner for Black Creation, and he kind of took a chance on Issa Rae, if you will, like um, with
Hmm.
how her journey went. And I thought, well, maybe he's that kind of person that is like, I'm willing to take a leap if this content is good. So I would say him. Obviously, maybe Jordan Peele would be really cool. Or
Yes.
is it Misha? I think Misha Green is the one who did Lovecraft Country. So I would maybe want her as well. But maybe even a creator who we haven't even seen yet, who maybe it's like a situation where we're all kind of put on in a
Yeah.
way and all boost each other up. Because for this project, and I'm manifesting that when this project gets put into a movie or a TV show,
Yes.
I will be involved as well. Like I will be in the
Right.
writer's room. I will get to have some say in terms of who also is in the writer's room, who's in front of the camera and behind it. Because I don't want it to be two or three black people in the writer's room, a black
Right.
showrunner, and everybody else is white. That's
Yeah.
just not it. I want like makeup artists that are black. We're talking
Yes.
hairstylists that are black because I've read the horror stories
So
of
many. Yep.
them having to do their own hair and makeup and stuff, and so I just want it to be black excellence in front of the camera and behind, and then other people of color also involved as well, but mostly black. So we're speaking that into existence. And again, I want to be involved because
Yeah.
this is something that I've been working on for years, and I want to be as involved as possible. And maybe I don't know, maybe like I'll be getting an NAACP Image Award soon. I don't know. Also speaking that into
Yes.
existence.
Oh
Anyway,
my.
sorry, that was very long-winded.
We're
Kyla,
No,
we're
what do you
no,
think?
it was
manifesting.
amazing.
I think HBO Max or Amazon because they give you a budget. I definitely want black directors and crew. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, speak that. Yes, that's what we're doing here. Speaking things into.
Manifesting everything. Yeah. You definitely don't want your what Dan and Dave did to Game of Thrones. That you don't want them to just butcher the shit out of your book.
Of the ending.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What
I
about
have a list.
I
uh,
love it.
yes, sure.
for the stories that I want to write, where it's like epic fantasy and magic and that kind of stuff, I would love to see my stuff animated, especially being someone who loves animated stuff. I
Mhm.
don't know if you guys have seen Castlevania on Netflix.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, I would
it's so
love
good.
the team behind Castlevania to animate my stuff. Or there's also this anime about um Japan's only black samurai. There's
Mhm.
this animation studio called Mappa, and it's just
Okay.
top tier animation, and I would love to see that as well. Um, I also wrote down Ryan Coogler, who did the Black Panther movie,
Yes.
because I
That's a good
like.
one.
Could you imagine? Um, those are my like top dream um people to get behind my book. Oh, and Taika Waititi. I think I said that correct. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I could see that.
yeah.
That
So,
is just like my heart is sitting here like fluttering, like who would I choose? So many options. But no, like I didn't even think about the animation like part of it. I love animated stuff too. Like I watched
yeah.
Castlevania. I love Great Pretender. I loved
Hmm.
the Dragon Prince. Like, I love all that. So definitely like someone from those teams as well. That would be pretty cool. Um, hey, no, like I just was the ones who immediately came to mind were like Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, and like the Russo brothers. Like I wanted to be like
Mm.
this black like experience and make it like epic. Because I don't know, I love things that are like super epic, super emotional. Like I like to like feel like, oh my gosh, like you ever I guess because we're talking about like movies in this sense or TV series. Like you
Right.
leave the TV and you're just like, wow, like that was the shit. Like that was just such an amazing episode. And I feel like those powerhouses, they were just but yes, but back to what Amanda was saying, I would like to be like really hands on in
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
entire process. I want to make sure there were other black people involved, hair, makeup, other black writers, black actors, black photographers, all that stuff. I remember I reposted it as well on what is the Netflix page? It's like strong black leads, the
Mm.
Netflix
Right.
Instagram. And I believe he was like a cinematographer, photographer, and he was like, when it comes to, seeing black people on screen and needing, specific lighting and things like that, he was like, "We're out here. You just gotta hire us." So
Right.
yeah, it's literally that simple, which is why
Hmm.
I was super excited about Mindy starting her own publishing house and teaming up with Amazon. And so hopefully we get a lot of these stories, not only just in publishing but on our screens too, because we were just having this conversation on talking black fiction with books and shit.
Right.
And yeah, so we still got some work to do, but I just wanted to pose that question because it was really exciting. I wanted to like put that into existence for all of us.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. And I think it's something that people don't really I don't want to say don't really, but when you don't have to check for it, you don't have to check for it, right?
Right.
But we know in terms of lighting, in terms of the importance of having somebody that can actually do our makeup, that can actually do hair, that will provide wardrobe that makes sense for the
Yes.
characters, that will,
Yeah.
have the content written authentically. And also, like, I would want somebody black on the marketing team as well, if
Mm,
not the entire marketing team, because you could have everybody involved in the making of it black and whatnot, but then marketing is
marketing is a
could,
misfire. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could go haywire if you don't have the right people involved in that as well. So, I would love to have that, where we have that control to be able to make it the right way and with the right people. So before we move on to the drama segment, I do want to ask, for your main character, just the main character, because if we go into the whole cast, we all
You
have
get
like a
deep.
lot of different people. Just for your main character, if you had to say, I want this actor to play or actress to play this person, who do you envision? If you anybody, you know what I mean? You could just select them. Who would you want to be your main character?
That is so hard.
It's funny because before you asked that question, I didn't have anyone in mind. Like for my main character, her name is Faye in Land of the Gods. But as soon as you asked that question, two people popped up in my head. One was Zazie Beetz, and the other was, I forgot her name, but the person that plays in the black woman in WandaVision. I forgot the name of her character.
Oh, I know who you're speaking of. Monica Rambeau.
Yes, the woman
right.
that plays Monica Rambeau. Yeah, I can't remember her actual name.
Yeah, I can't remember her. Yeah. Let me see. Let me pull it up. We're going to give her a name. Hold up. We ain't going to.
Yes, because we're in manifesting mode. We got to get our specifics together.
WandaVision cast. 1 second. Her name is Tiana Paris.
Tiana Paris, yeah, her. Yeah. She was also in Candyman, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I just recently watched Candyman. So nice. Okay.
Sidebar. What? It was good? I didn't watch that.
It's okay.
It was okay.
It's definitely worth watching. You know, it was hard because I have such a crush on Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and seeing the way that he goes, I'm just like,
Yeah.
It hurt my heart.
Yeah.
But as a spoiler, one thing I'm glad that they did do is do the whole bury your gays trope where the gay characters die.
Yeah.
They don't. So I was happy that they made it to the end. Because it's like, you know.
Right.
The gay character was like, I'm not messing with this. Nah, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. And his boyfriend started doing it, and he's like, no, that's white people.
Oh, so they bounced. I gotta watch it. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet.
It's good. Watch it, and then maybe we'll down the line have kind of just a kiki about content that we liked and maybe didn't like. So we'll put a pin in that. Okay, Katrina, what about you?
I don't know. That is so hard. I don't think I have anyone in mind. I think so. No, I'm lying. So the actress who was in If Beale Street Could Talk, I've always thought about her because I thought she did a fantastic job to play Khaila.
Right.
Let me see. If Beale Street Could Talk. I don't know her name, but let me pull up her name. Kiki Lane. I love Kiki Lane, so I think she would be a good Khaila. But then I'm kind of like, would it be someone super new, up and coming, who I haven't seen their faces yet? Give them the shot to, because you know how if it's a super big known actress, you kind of or actor, you kind of insinuate the character as the actor themselves. It's almost like when you see Will Smith or something, and he's playing I don't know, John, and you're like, that's not John, that's Will Smith. Right. So I don't know. So I'm kind of like Kiki Lane, and then I'm like, oh, but what if it's someone who I haven't seen yet? So I don't know. That's hard.
I like it. Okay, so I feel like by the time this will be made, this actor will be the right age. So I'm gonna say Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things for him to be Mercury.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
You know he's 19 now. He's old
right,
enough.
So he's the right age. So Caleb McLaughlin.
Yep.
I think he's got the right look, and I think he can definitely do Mercury well, especially with that gravitas and the anxiety moments, and then the humor and whatnot. So yeah, speaking of that,
I like that. I can see him as Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll make vision boards so we can fully manifest all of this, and in a year we'll talk about how we all made it happen.
Yes, put it in the universe.
Right.
Seen here first.
A lit bitches exclusive.
Right. So, now we're gonna move on to the drama segment, which is, I'm sure, what probably a lot of people are here for. They want that tea. So we're gonna talk firstly about bad book reviews, and how you should not handle them.
Right.
And then we will talk about a kind of the piracy scandal, an issue that we in the industry have been experiencing, and kind of just touch on obviously why it's wrong. And I've seen a lot of TikTok videos with authors basically having to say, I don't know how much more I can tell you why this is wrong. Like, I don't
Right.
know how to tell you that pirating books is wrong. But first, we're going to talk about bad reviews, and specifically a couple instances that have happened maybe over the last year in which authors have kind of showed their ass by getting a bad review on their book and responding directly to the person who left the review, either on Goodreads or on Twitter. So the first instance I'm going to bring up, and I don't fully remember these authors' names. The point is that it's the situation, not necessarily who they are, but they're, that's probably also a distinction. So this first author, she got, this person left her a 4.5 out of 5 rating on her book.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was also a text review, but the author was reacting to the star rating. And this person took to Twitter and aired out all her feelings that should have been in the group chat, talking about how, oh, well, I guess we're giving bad reviews. We're not giving 5 stars today. Just basically like coming for this person who left a
But she
review.
got a 4.5.
How is that a bad review?
Yeah.
Right, right. And then she dug her heels in when people said, girl, this ain't it. And she just kept going. And I think she ended up either losing her book deal or something happened to where
Wow.
it had a big impact
Repercussions.
on her
Yeah.
career. And a lot of people, I think, then proceeded to not buy her book or to warn others not to buy her book and whatnot. So I don't think she
Right.
understood that handling this in such a goofy way would come back to bite her. I'm just going to quote Monique right here, okay? See, when you do clownery, clowns come back to bite. And this is what all of this is. So this next instance is, and this happened, I think, just within the last month. I'm sure y'all have probably seen this on TikTok because it was huge,
Mm-hmm.
where this author did get a bad review.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also maybe talk about what constitutes a bad review in a second. But she got a bad review. And not only did she come for the reviewer, but she had her editor as well clap back at the reviewer.
Wow.
And then it became, a lot of things where a lot of book talkers were responding, saying authors stay out of book reviewers' business, and the authors responding, and editors, and all of these things. Obviously, I didn't know anybody who was defending this person. There was
Mm-hmm.
nobody who was like, well, I mean, maybe she has a point. So let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on this? And then we'll talk about kind of what we feel is actually a bad review.
Well,
And then
first of all,
comment.
4.5 stars is in no way a bad review.
Right.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Like, I saw the discourse on Twitter, but I didn't know it was that that level of clownery that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
That I the thing with bad reviews is I feel like you should treat it the same way you treat rejection. It's just a part of the entire process. And
Right.
yeah, like sometimes your book just isn't for someone. Other times the bad reviews are legit critiques. So for you to just turn around and attack the people that are reviewing your book, that is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, like I feel like nothing is perfect. So you're gonna like whatever you're writing, one, you can't please everyone. So everyone's not gonna like your shit. Like,
Right.
you know, if someone who usually reads about Fae read, Heavy is the Head, they're like, there are no fairies, there's no Fae. Like, okay, like that wasn't the book for her. I'm gonna clap back at her. Well, that's just authors just I understand because I have received bad reviews. I know it hurts, but don't just talk to your author friends about it. Don't clap back.
Right.
That's not the business that you're in. You're not in the business of clapping back at reviewers. You're going to get bad reviews, period, point blank. Like, that's going to happen. So have some tougher skin. Like,
Yeah.
that was too much.
Right. Um, I got some bad reviews from people who were in a book club that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did I knew exactly who it was.
Mm-hmm.
I had been chatting with him in a book club, and obviously we weren't friends. We were in
Right.
book club, but I knew who it was. So it's on a different level when every Sunday I see you. I know who your kids are. We've talked about the weather. We've talked about life, and here you are
Not
leaving
know who
home.
your kids are.
Like that's not in a like, but
Oh
you've been
yeah.
like, oh, my kids are blah blah blah. Like that's not a
Right.
creepy story, everybody. But you
Yeah,
get
no,
what I mean?
you're
Like
fine.
where it's beyond surface level. This is a
Right.
random on the internet. And so I've had people that are in this book review leave like where they're like, if I could leave 0 stars, I would. This is a 1 star book. This kind
Oh
of stuff.
wow.
And so because of that proximity to them, if I was if I was goofy, I could have been like, oh,
Right.
well, you got something to say about my book?
Right.
You know
What's
what I
up?
mean? But I didn't. I cried about it. I talked to
Yeah.
my mom. I talked to my author friends who were all like, well, now you get to join the club. We all
Yeah.
have bad reviews, and kind of help me make sense of the content of what they were saying. Because I think that's another thing too. If you do decide to read your reviews, which I never do, not anymore, because the way my anxiety is set up, I don't
Yeah.
want that holding over my head every time I write. But I think if you do decide to read the reviews, you can kind of extract any kind of advice that they might have if it makes sense. If it's just a 4 star, like a 1 star review and then that's it, it's like, okay, well, that's it. But basically I got these reviews. They were really negative. I talked to the person who runs the book club, just like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
what's the tea? Like, is this kind of something that a lot of people in the book club are feeling about my work?
Right.
And we had a conversation about it, and I then kind of made the decision not to be in that book club anymore for a couple other reasons. But it was also like, for my mental health, I could not sit and review all these other books while
Right.
she's praising all these other books,
Right.
and she hated
Beat up
my
on yours. Right.
work.
Yeah.
Right. But I never said anything to her. I never responded to the review. I never came for her. I never let her know that was how I was feeling.
Right.
I talked to the person who, okay, you host a club, let me talk to you. And then I stopped showing up, and then that was it. And then from then on, I made the decision not to look at my reviews because my mental health is more important than
Yeah.
seeing how people react to my book. We do have a couple comments. As a reviewer, I've seen many authors throughout the years show they behind online. When authors clap back, it's not a good look since most reviews are good and they seem to only find the worst reviews.
Yeah.
Then there are some authors who purposely Google their name. I will say that there are some rude reviewers who tag authors in bad reviews. I'm not down with that. Yeah.
I do agree with that too. Sometimes I do feel like some readers can be harsh. And you kind of have a feeling for who they might be based on like their social media or things like that. But still, don't clap. It's not worth your time. That's not you're an author. That's not the business you're in. You're in the business of creating art, writing it down, and sharing what you've created. That's it. Like,
Right.
don't. Yeah.
So what to you is a bad review? Is it somebody who just leaves 1 stars and dips and says nothing? Is it somebody who says that I would never read a book by this author again? This was
Yeah.
trash. It was unrelatable. It was this and that. Is it somebody who leaves like a 2 star review and it's like, I had issues with the characterization and the pacing and this, that, and the other, and I didn't feel it was authentic? What constitutes a bad review for you?
I feel like it's definitely, especially the second one that you spoke about, where someone will take the time to write like, oh, this was a steaming pile of Dog shit. I literally read someone write those words on Goodreads. Like that is a bad review. If they're saying, "Oh, I don't like the characterization or the plot or stuff like that," it is a bad review, but I would look at that more as something constructive to
Yeah.
kind of, okay, maybe I'm gonna take what this person is saying into consideration, as opposed to someone who take the time out to just kind of flame on your book, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. Like, I would appreciate, like, so I'm gonna give you one of my examples. I got two kind of bad reviews. The one, the girl, she just dropped 2 stars and dips. I was like, damn. Well, what did I was looking for more? I was like, well, what didn't you like? I didn't
Right.
say it to
What
her, but I
was the
looked at it like,
reason?
right, yeah, what was the reason? But I was just like, all right, I just gotta rock with it. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna reach out to her and ask her these questions. If that's what she wanted to leave, then that's what she wanted to leave. And there was another review. They left 3 stars, but they gave more critique behind why they gave it 3 stars. Both bad reviews, but I kind of looked at the 3 star one a little bit more, like, oh, it's not necessarily super bad. She just talked about, like, she wasn't really feeling Khaila, and she's not too big on fantasy, so I kind of just, yeah. It's just not that deep for authors to be looking at.
Right.
If you're looking at a constructive review like the 3 star did, cool. We appreciate those, because then we can then go back and fix what we've created. Maybe the character did need some fixing and we didn't notice it before. Cool.
Right.
But if you just leaving like a couple stars and you dropping off the face of the earth, I hate those.
Right. I agree here with Tidra. Oh, I've had one of those. I hate when people don't explain why they have a lower. I agree with
Yeah.
that as well. Yeah, I think the other side of it is if you have a review that's not, if you have a bad review of the book or you didn't like the book, maybe don't tag the author in your review. I get, like, if you're doing a book tour and you're kind of obligated to tag the author, but then I guess my thing would be maybe save the super negative stuff for Goodreads, and if you're doing Instagram and you're tagging the author, just because that could lead to issues. I don't know. All I'm saying is, authors, don't be in reviewers' business.
Yeah.
If you feel like you cannot handle reading your reviews, like they a good review will make your day, and then a negative
Right.
review will cause you to feel like, I just want to quit writing. You can't handle reviews, and that's okay. Like, nobody's saying you have to read your review.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not part of this whole gig.
Right.
And I know a lot of authors use reviews in their marketing. They'll post like a good review and thank the person, and that's cool. That's just that I will never do that. I used to. I'm not, because I don't read my reviews, good or bad. And if somebody tags me in a review on Instagram, like Charlie, author, read my books and tagged me, so I kind of skimmed it. Was like, oh, 4 stars, cool, cool, and kept it pushing. That's it. But unless I'm tagged, I don't.
Yeah.
I just see how many I have, and then that's it. Because my anxiety is the way it is. My mental health is too important to be wrapped up in
What people are.
think.
Yeah. And your value is worth more than that as well. I feel like it's so hard with like social media and having to be creatives, and kind of like, our art is kind of, that's what we weigh upon, whether or not people enjoy it or not. But, what you've created weighs a lot more than what just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people have to say about it. Like, you're not going to please everyone. Don't read the reviews. I have to get better at not reading reviews. I used to like go through them like, oh, this person didn't like it. Oh, but it's just not the look. Not a good look. Just don't go through them. Don't clap back. I know you want to, but don't.
Right. Right. Save your bitching and your airing
Yeah.
and venting for the group chat, because nobody's saying you
Yeah.
can't you can't vent, but
Right.
don't vent on main. Don't vent online, and don't like, we're saying responding to the reviews, not even just responding directly to the person who left the
Yeah.
review, but don't put anywhere online like, oh, this person left this bad review and it was this and
Yeah.
that. Like,
Mm-mm. Mind your business. Just mind.
unless, you know what I mean? Unless it's like a constructive, this person left this review, this is kind of the contents, it made me feel this way, but then I ended up,
Mm-hmm.
as a result, I have changed, or I took the
Yeah.
critique and da da da. Unless it's like a story arc where bad review made me change, blah blah blah. But don't just be like, well, fuck this hoe who left this bad
Yeah.
review. Oh, no, save that for your friends in the group chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could curse, you could yell, you call them all kinds of bitches. It's fine. Just
Right,
don't do it publicly.
right.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna, talk about pirating, and I feel like we're all in agreement. Don't pirate books, yeah. Like
Oh
Right.
that's
yeah. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
just don't do it.
But like, can so I've seen a little bit of what's going on, particularly on TikTok. I've seen like authors talking about like, hey, I'm realizing like people are pirating my books. Like, can you please stop? Like, what? Like, let me rewind. Like, who dropped the T on this? Like, how are people finding out that their books are being pirated?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's probably just that thing where one author was probably looking for their books online or
Mhm.
something. Maybe it has happened before, and then it ended up figuring it out and then said, "Hey, you should probably look to see if your
Yeah,
books are on these other sites as well." I
yeah,
haven't. I probably should. I think
yeah,
you probably should, just to make sure if that's the case. But I think it's especially harmful for authors who are in KU, because if you're in Kindle Unlimited, you can't have your ebook anywhere else.
yes,
And
right.
so if Amazon sees that your book is in this
Somewhere
other
else.
thing, even if it's pirated, then they could, from
Remove.
what I understand, and
Mhm.
correct me if I'm wrong, they could be like, oh, well, you violated the terms of you being in Kindle Unlimited, and
Yeah,
therefore,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
um, but the amount of people that have, the amount of people that have defended pirating books, that have said like, well, authors, you can afford it, you make a lot of money, so why
No,
is it
you
a big
don't.
deal? The amount of people, like, I saw this video the other day, and this author was just responding to the comment, and it looked in a video like her brain just stopped and restarted just because of how absurd the comment was. Basically like, well, you can afford it, you make a lot of money, and it's like, have you
No.
googled author's tolerance? Because
Yeah. Unless you're like the Tomi Adeyemi's, J.K. Rowling, George R. R. Martin, you're not making that much money.
right. And I get, even authors who we would think might be making a lot of money,
Mhm.
maybe even still end up having to have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Definitely.
I could have sworn like Aiden Thomas was set, but
Yeah.
I saw his tweet a while ago about how, he was working at his job and his coworkers and the pandemic, and I was like, and maybe it's something he wants to do, but it's still like, if I thought that he was kind of beyond that.
Yeah.
But there's not that many authors who are able to do it full time, and self-published authors too. There's not that
Right.
many
Yeah.
self-published authors, and the ones who are have been doing it a long time. Like Jessica Cage has like almost 30 books out,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
because she's been doing this for years. So, she's at that point where now she can be like full time, but she's been putting in the work and doing it for a long time.
Right.
So, authors don't make a lot of money. Just
So
so you
please
know.
stop pirating our books.
Please.
Right.
But pirating has been such a long-standing issue. I remember being on Wattpad, and there was this big thing where people on Wattpad were like, "Yeah, I found my stories on this other website that they just take the stories from Wattpad and put it on there, and it was
Wow.
this huge thing. I think it was 2 years ago or something like that. I don't know if the issue was resolved or if the website is still up, but that I remember that was a big thing in like 2019.
So
Go
there
to
you
the
go, learning
library.
free stories. Cool.
Right. Go to the library. You can get a library card
Yeah.
that's free. And if you want to read an e-copy, you can, what is a library app? It's like Overdrive or something where
Yeah.
you can read the ebook or audiobook or something like that and check the book out. And if you're unable to afford to buy a book, if that's what it is. I understand that if, but go to the library.
Yeah. There are so many resources now, like even KU. I'm not sure what the actual subscription is, but it's what like 10.99 maybe, like a Netflix subscription, maybe less, and you have access to millions of books. They call KU like the Netflix of books.
Right.
Sign up and get you and read on your phone. Like I read on my phone a lot. Get a Kindle. They're not that
Hmm.
expensive anymore. Like there's so many, other options for people now than to
Right.
just result automatically to pirating.
Right. And I think it's also like if you're listening to audiobooks too, there are other apps out there beyond Audible where you
Yes.
can listen to audiobooks because I've been so busy lately that that's how I've been reading all of my books lately
Mhm.
has just been on audiobooks. Like
Audible.
I finished My Heart is a Chainsaw on Friday and started Certain Dark Things yesterday.
Hmm.
And I will be reading The Devil in Silver for the Horror Hose Support Group Book Club. KU is just $10 and so is Scribd. Scribd is
Yeah,
another
script is
platform. I've
good.
been using Scribd as
Hmm.
well. They have a lot of, like most of the books I've been reading for this horror host support group are on Scribd, and I am happy.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh, this book club we're doing buddy reads and a monthly book, and if most of
Yes.
them are on Scribd, I'm like, the gods are smiling on me. Thank you for the rec, KJ. Yes, so don't pirate books. Authors don't make a lot of money. Please help an author out, like a buddy system. Help an author out.
Yeah, because even I think on KU, I think you can share books. Like there's like an option where you can like share
Yeah.
books with different people, and there's just too many avenues to still be able to enjoy reading. Just please, Amanda, please don't.
I love
No, no,
certain
no,
dark
no, don't.
things. I'm loving Certain Dark Things so far. I'm on chapter 9. Yeah, have y'all heard of this book, Certain Dark
I have
Things?
I
not.
haven't. No.
Ooh. Okay, so if you love vampires and if you love noir kind of stories, then you'll like it. So it's following this is the book recommendation corner here at Tches. So it's following a young-ish vampire named Atoll who is on the run from this other group of vampires. In this world, there's multiple different types of vampires. So you have your typical like European kind of Bram Stoker type vampires that have fangs, and then you have another kind that have like claws and stingers, and that's kind of how they feed. And so Atoll is on the run from this other type of vampires, and it's like a rival gang, and she ends up um, finding this kid named Domingo who's like a street kid, and he ends up becoming like her. They call it like a Renfield, but it's like her familiar, her human
Mhm.
familiar. And then they're on the run, and it's told from multiple perspectives. Atoll, Domingo, one of the rival gang members, and a cop so far. It's really great. The author is Sylvia Moreno Garcia, who's probably one of my favorite authors. She's on my Audible list. I
Mhm.
have, I think, most of her Gods of Jade and Shadow, Velvet Was the Night, The Beautiful Ones, Mexican Gothic, and Certain Dark Things. So she's got a couple more, but I have most of her books on my shelf. Y'all will really like it, and it's going by pretty quick so far. The audiobook.
It's not super scary, is it? Because I know I'm scary. It's not super scary.
No,
Okay.
no, it's yeah, no, it's not scary. It's more of like a noir, and there's like a
Okay.
fantasy kind of element to it. It's not scary. obviously they talk about how vampires kill people and like,
Right. Okay. I could deal with that.
you
But
know,
nothing that'll have me like screaming into my phone, Amanda!
no. I don't expect to get a email from you at like midnight talking about I can't sleep because you did. No, you're good.
You said it's by the author of Gods of Jade and Shadow.
Yes.
Okay, that is also that is on my to read list, so I'll just add both of them now.
I just recently picked it up if you want to buddy read that with me because I want to read it. I just got it and I got it in paperback now, so excited.
Yeah, I'll try and see if I could get my hands on a paperback version, and if not, I'll just buy the ebook.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, speaking of book recommendations, we do have something that we've been kind of brewing the lit bitches here. So we are probably going to start a book club.
Woo-woo.
Ooh.
Spirit fingers.
Wait, you didn't spirit your fingers. You just kind of went,
Spirit fingers.
those aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers. And these are gold. I just really aged myself, didn't I? Holy
No,
fuck.
you didn't. That's like one of the best movies ever. Oh, every time it's on, I watch it. So no, you did not just age yourself.
Yeah, it is. It's such an iconic movie.
It is.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yes, a book club. We obviously we're authors, we're bookish. We wanted to be able to recommend titles to you all, and so I think what we're planning to do is pick a book a month and read it, and then kind of on the last episode of the month, review it and talk to you all about it, and you can read along with us.
Yes.
And so, yay! We're so excited. You guys are excited. And so I think the plan is to, when it is a lit bitches read that we're reading, we'll, I'm assuming post about it on our
Mhm.
respective socials, um, which may not always be Instagram. So make sure you follow us across TikTok and Twitter and all of that, so you can stay up to date with our books. And yeah, I think that's it, ladies. I don't want to be the only one like blurbing this, so you don't have
No,
anything else
it's
to say.
fine. It's really exciting. I like, the idea of us reading together, creating a community of lit bitches who like to read as well. And tune in with us for our review episode. I think it's going to be really great.
Yes. Yes. So if you have any book recommendations, you can leave them in the chat here, or you can DM us on
Yeah.
Instagram or Twitter,
Yeah.
even not Facebook. Ooh Lord, TikTok. Um, with your recommendations, and we'll announce probably sometime. I'll say this week
Mhm.
what book we're choosing for the Little Bitches book club. Yeah.
Woo-woo.
What a crucial. What genres, ladies? Are we reading
Uh,
cross genres here?
Yeah, we can cross genres. Yeah, why not?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
All right, so cross genres, which will be interesting because I'm not typically a romance reader, but maybe y'all can turn me. Maybe you can convert me into romance.
We will convert you to
I
romance.
Yeah, I also am not big on romance, but I'm open.
Ah, I will convert both of you to romance.
Should we say that the priority is books by Black authors? Would that be kind of our top tier?
Yeah.
Yes.
So top tier books by Black authors. Then I will say other authors of color, and then kind of white authors.
Mhm.
And that those two top tiers will also include books by queer authors as well. So
Yes.
Black queer
Yeah.
authors, Black straight authors. Yes, we're trying to expand the readership. Who knows? Maybe by the end of this year, I might just be plotting a romance. Probably not, because I already have my next 5 books planned. But
Write that romance. We want to see it.
you're gonna get it in the House of Transcendence. You'll
Okay.
get the romance there.
Okay. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
accept it.
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Well, I think we're gonna start wrapping this up. We have 10 minutes left. If you watching this have any questions for us, please let us know within the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, I think we'll start talking about what we're working on, what we have on the horizon, anything else that we're excited about. Yeah. So, Katrina, I pick you, Pikachu. We got a friend clarification. I'm gonna
Um,
write this one down. Thank you.
yes. So, working on finishing up Heavy is the Head Kingdom Come. It is almost done in the first draft, so that is really exciting. I'm wrapping up Love Bites on Wattpad, so if you haven't been checking it out, please do. It is a paranormal fantasy romance with vampires and richness and luxury living and bad guys. It's really fun. So definitely check that out. But yeah, no, I've been writing my ass off, so that's all I've been working on, really getting Heavy as the Head done. But definitely follow me, please, everyone on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Katrina Writes underscore. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you like this video. Make sure, because Amanda, we need like 4 more subscribers, right?
Oh, last I checked, it was 2 more subs to get to
So
100.
we need
So
2 more subscribers. Please like, share
one more
these.
subscriber to help me get to 100.
One more subscriber.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. So please, yeah, share, tell a friend. We're starting a Lit Bitches book club. This is awesome. I am excited. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Go Amanda. And yeah.
And also tell your friends about this. They can catch the replay on my channel as well. It will be in a full playlist, the Lit Bitches playlist, so you can watch almost all of our previous episodes, especially, well, except for the first episode, which we did on Instagram Live, but all our other episodes are on my YouTube channel in a playlist. Let's see here. Where's the best place to buy your books? Where y'all get all your coins? I have Amanda's.
I am
Katrina and
strictly
Khaila.
on Amazon. So you can find Heavy is the Head, Love and War on Amazon and paper book and ebook. Sorry. Eback. Ebook.
My book is also on Amazon. I tried getting it on Ingram Spark, but it wouldn't allow me because of my location. So I just I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and work my way around that for my future
Mhm.
books. So, but Amazon is where you can find mine.
Right. And yours is?
My book is
Yes.
the book that I have out right now is Crossroads. It is a collection of poetry that talks about navigating the ups and downs of life. So if you're into stuff about, I speak about depression, I speak about love and heartbreak, and I also speak about self love and self discovery. So if you love that and if you love contemporary poetry, then check out my book on Amazon.
It is lovely. It's so worth it. And
Yes.
it's so good. So you should definitely get it. And it's a beautiful cover. So
The
it's
cover
also
is very
one
beautiful.
to have on your shelf too, to stunt on everybody with your
I think
beautiful
that's like the lit bitches thing. We just have beautiful covers, you know.
beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. So then what are you working on now, Khaila?
Okay, so right now I'm all over the place, kind of. Like you, Amanda, you said your plate is full with all these things that you want to do, and I can definitely relate to that. But my two main things that I'm working on is I have a novella called Ryan and the River Nymph that is based on
Yes.
Belizean folklore. And I'm also working on my epic fantasy novel, Land of the Gods. And I do this weird thing where I write the blurb like while I'm writing the book. It's probably gonna change, of course, by the time I'm finished, but it
Mhm.
definitely gives me like some motivation. So I did that recently. I finished the temporary blurb for my book, and
Would you want
yeah,
to
I'm
share the blurb with the people?
sure,
I'm over
sure.
here
Let me
just putting
find
y'all on
it.
the spot. Like, do it now.
Let me
Yes.
find it.
I gotta
Here
sit
it is.
close to the
Here it is.
computer on this one. I need to hear all the goodness.
Turn my volume up. Just
Just know that this is like a draft of a draft of a draft of a blurb.
Girl, just go into it. You don't
Yeah,
gotta
girl, it's
explain.
fine.
Faye lives in defiance of the gods, striving to become one of Azura's most powerful alchemists and determined to one day strike back at those who took her brother away from her. But when she discovers an ancient relic with enough spiritual power to summon something far older, crueler, and darker than Azura's newer deities, Faye is thrust into the very world of gods and monsters she despises. Faye's unexpected discovery of the Earth's heart sets her on a perilous journey. Instructed by the god Genos to destroy it before it's too late, she must outrun forces of both good and evil that seek to use the relic for their own gain. Accompanied by an assassin, an elf, and her faithful best friend, she soon finds herself faced with two choices: stick to the plan and destroy the stone for the sake of all humanity, or listen to the strange voice in her head telling her that the Earth's heart is the one thing that can help her get back at the gods and save her brother. Will Faye do whatever it takes to right her wrongs and save the world, or will she forsake everyone and everything in the name of family?
Yes!
Like,
That was
writing that,
amazing!
That
I
yes,
was like,
Oh
it
my
motivated me to keep
gosh!
writing.
that is. Look,
Yes. Yes. There's my
amazing.
own. Yes.
I'm over here blushing.
Cannot wait to read it. It's so well, like
Yes.
the. I don't even think like obviously if the story changes, but if the story don't change, that is a good ass
That
blurb.
is,
So like you
yes.
should definitely, you know,
Thank you so much.
it's
Like,
so good. And
It
y'all, if
sounds
you want to learn
epic.
more, you need to see we got people in here saying that sounds
Yeah.
good.
selling my book before I even finish it. I love it.
That's what it's
That's what
about.
it's about. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Oh, here we are.
Ah,
Thank
thank
you.
Ah,
you. Yes,
Yes,
I'm in love.
we love to see it. So yes, I thanks, Laney. See,
ah,
Winnie
That
over
was
here.
good, Kyla. That was really good.
thank
See, she
you.
says you need to write mine.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Oh, what if that's a career, writing people's book blurbs?
You know,
Look, we about
I was
trying to get that
interested in
side
that.
money. Yeah.
Kyla,
Yeah.
I'm a, I'm a write that down.
Fiverr, that just might be the girl for you.
Yes.
That was so good. Oh my
I
god. Okay.
actually, thank you for motivating me, guys. I really appreciate it.
See,
Looks
look,
like
when
you
he
got
says
your
she would
first
pay.
client, Kyla.
Well, you know, we are in business.
Hit
I'm
her
I,
up.
So
just
make
find
so
me on Instagram.
yes, tell the people your socials so they can follow you and stalk you and you
Yes.
can get this started.
You can find me on Instagram at kgentlewrites. I'm also on TikTok under that username, and I'm on Twitter at Caribbean Blurred, which I've been a lot more active on lately. But those are my three main socials.
Yes, we love to see it.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, see, now
that
you inspired me to
that
share
gave
my
me the
blurb.
feels. That was really
Please
good.
do. Please do.
Kyla, I want to read some, like, I'm just selfishly like, let me read some of what you've written. Um, not me not being able to find my blurb. Here, talk amongst yourselves, y'all. Let me find the fucking blurb.
I know, Kyla. I might need you to go through Kingdom Comes blurb and get it together. Make it more
Girl.
epic because that was everything. You read the hell out of you put that together. Like
I don't know.
wow.
There's something so fun about writing a book blurb. I don't know what it is.
Honestly, I definitely think this could be something that you do just
Mm-hmm.
because it, it had highs and lows. I know the
Yes.
stakes. I know the character.
Yeah.
That's because writing it, I thought I didn't think it was, that okay, this is just like just for
Mm-mm.
me and stuff.
Rethinking, girl, that was
I
amazing.
I
It was.
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Yes. Okay, so just really quick, get into my blurb for my book In the House of Transcendence, which is a new adult contemporary fantasy. So here we are. Okay. And maybe you can help me rework mine, Kyla. Zora McNair is a necromancer. Some say she's gifted, others say she's cursed, but always her abilities terrify her. Hoping to start a new life, Zora flees her childhood home and settles in Savannah, but she soon learns that some things can't be changed. Down on her luck and ready to give up, Zora meets Birdie, a beautiful and powerful witch who offers Zora everything she's longing for: a roof over her head, a job dancing at Nightingale's, a magical burlesque club, and help controlling her powers. If only Zora can solve the murder of Birdie's lover, Marquita. Zora accepts Birdie's offer and is soon drawn into the magical community of Savannah, where rituals and magical fights are performed on the beach. Potions can make people float on air or steal their voices, and three magical houses vie for dominance. As she tries to put the pieces together and solve Marquita's murder, Zora falls in love and gets caught in the sights of the very forces that ended Marquita's life. Can she rise up and learn to control her powers to solve Marquita's murder, or will Zora's fears cause her to lose it all?
I
Oh,
love that,
yes.
like that's all around.
Y'all are giving me life with these blurbs. Like, oh my gosh. So
Thank
No,
excited.
the thing is that I was excited for your book like way before, but then when you
you.
made us read the blurb, I was like, oh my god, yes, this is it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Winnie. Yes, so this book will be out July 26th is my ideal pub date. Um,
Yes.
I will be sharing the cover sometime in March or April. So if you want to see it and you're not following me already, you can find me at Amanda the Author with two E's on both Instagram and TikTok, and Amanda the Author with one E on Twitter because Twitter hates me and won't let me be Twitter. But yeah, we all have really great books coming up. Aside from these books, I am also part of the Horror Host Support Group Book Club. So if you like reading horror and you want to kick it with us and talk about horror and all the other things, then you can find a link in my bio and also the link to the Horror Host Support Group podcast, where we also talk about horror, and the link is in the description. We recently talked about possessions, and there's an episode coming up about zombies, one about our own creepy encounters, and more.
Ooh,
You can also catch the replay on all of our Lit Bitches episodes here on my YouTube channel. I'm in the author with two E's. I also talk about, in addition to kicking it with my girls here, I talk about book writing, book marketing, and author mindset, and all that. So if you're interested, please subscribe. I'm just at 100 or almost to 100. I think somebody said
yes.
they subscribed, so I'm really excited. It's been a journey, but I can't wait. And ladies, is there anything else we want to say before we fully say goodbye?
Love you guys.
I love lit bitches. I love you lit bitches.
I do too.
I love y'all. Well, I think that's it, y'all. We are gonna call it, and stay tuned. Follow us on social to find out when we do our next episode. And beyond that, we'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.